Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. A lot of people lost hope during COVID. Addiction rates went through the roof, and people were just really struggling with where to find hope. And we wanted to help people find hope in our Lord, because he's the one who's always faithful.
The first and most important thing is it needed to look like it had always been intended to be here. And it didn't look like we landed a new concept on this site that was probably only 4 years old, 5 years old. So we wanted it to fit in.
We've seen the last several years how there's been a lot of hatred, a lot of division, a lot of bad deeds. And what we wanted to do was show how we as God's people are different, how we love others, and to live a life of good deeds in response to what the Lord has done for us. Faith Grows was much more than just a capital campaign and a building project to get us closer to completing our three-phase master plan. More importantly, at that time, it was a spiritual campaign, because we were coming out of COVID and we wanted to help God's people to come out in a healthy way and a faith-filled way. One of the things that I've already seen, and one of the things I continue to hope will happen when people come into our chapel, is that they will have a sense of awe and reverence and beauty as they look at the chapel, especially the stained glass windows, that they will maybe get a sense of nostalgia, because for many of them, they might have grown up in churches that had stained glass windows.
One of the things I've always liked is when you have a contemporary room and then more traditional art. And I think then it's almost what a museum does, where they build a backdrop and then the art gets dropped into the room. And I think it really stands out more this way. Whereas if the whole room is kind of that traditional feeling, then everything just melts together and doesn't stand out the same way it does in a room like this.
I hope also they'll have a deeper sense of appreciation for who Jesus is and what he's done for us, because our mission is inviting people to know Jesus. And as you look at the stained glass windows, each picture helps to describe who Jesus is and what he's done for us. One thing I would like to say to our congregation and our donors who supported the Faith Grows campaign is thank you. We could not have done this without you, without your vote to move forward, without your prayers, without your financial support, and without your excitement to keep us going even as we faced a number of challenges in completing this project. And so we're very grateful for you for making this happen. And we're thankful that God worked through you so that this can be a place where people can be invited to know Jesus for many generations to come. And I hope that these facilities will be a blessing to you and your loved ones. And I know that for those who follow you, they'll certainly be a blessing too.